Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oscar, and if you are new here, please subscribe and click the notification bell. So in today's tutorial, you're going to learn how to crochet this tie-front shrug. I called it a tie-front shrug because it is tied at the front. I also have a written pattern for this, so if you want to make different sizes for yourself, please go ahead and check it out. I will leave a link to that at the description box below. So this is how your shrug will look like at the front, and at the sleeves we have bell sleeves. So let's get started. So for this project, you're going to need a 5mm crochet hook, darning needle to weave in your loose ends, a pair of scissors, tape measure to take your bust measurements, and yarn. So for the yarn, you're going to use these two colors. The green, we're going to use it as the major color, and the white one, you're just going to do the edging with it. So I'm using this robin. This is 100% acrylic. It's a Kenyan brand, and it's a lightweight yarn, so we are going to double our strand, but I would recommend you use any other medium weight yarn. So let us start. Begin by making a knot. So you're going to make your knot this way, that way. So you're going to make chains which are in multiples of 3 plus 1, and it should fit half of your bust measurements. Okay, so I'm going to work with a bust measurement of 35, so half of it is 17.5. Okay, so let us start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have made 73 chains. Now let's measure this and seam. So this should measure 17.5 inches. 17.5 inches. So this is a little bit more, so I'm going to reduce 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So this is 70 chains now. So let's measure this. It's now 17.5 inches, and it should be stretchy. Okay, now let's continue. Let's go to the first row, yarn over, and place your hook into the 7th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th. Insert your hook, and you're going to pull up a yarn. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So that is a double crochet. You're going to chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over once, and skip 2 chains, 1, 2. On the third one, place a double crochet. That way. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, make a double crochet on the third chain, chain 2, skip 2, make a double crochet on the third, that way. So you're going to keep repeating this until the end of the row. I'm done with my first row. I made 22 loops in total. Now let's go to the second row. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work, and you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into this first chain 2 space and make your double crochet there, that way. Chain 2, go to the next chain 2 space and make your double crochet, chain 2, go to the next chain 2 space and make your double crochet, that way. So you're going to keep doing this until the end of the row. I'm done with the second row, and this is how it looks like. Now let's go to the third row. So I ended up with this last loop, that way. Now let's go to the third row. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn your work, and into that first loop, make your double crochet, chain 2, go to the next loop with a double crochet, chain 2. So you're just repeating what you did on the second row. Okay, and you're going to repeat what you did on the second row until you have 6 or 7 inches in height. Then you're going to meet at that point. I'm done working on the first panel, and I made 14 rows in total. Now let's go ahead and measure. It measures 7 inches in total. Okay, now let's go to the next step. Now you're going to divide this into 3. So we had 22 loops, so if you divide those into 3, we'll get 7, 7 and 8. Okay, so this part you're going to do 7 on this side, and you're going to leave 8 at the middle. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. You're just going to chain 5 as usual. 4, 5, turn your work. And you're going to make your double crochets. So this is the first loop, chain 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that way. So this is how it looks like. You're not going to continue this way, we'll now continue that way. So you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn your work, and you're going to repeat the same thing what we've been doing before. That way. So you're going to keep repeating this until you have 14 rows in total, just the same amount of rows we had on this part. So in total you should have 14 plus 14, that will be 28 rows. I'm done with my 14 rows. Now you're going to do the same to this other side. I'm done working on both sides, and this is how your work should look like. Now let's start on the sleeves. So you're just going to start at any of them. So I'm going to continue with this, and you're going to attach to this other end. So you're just going to hold it this way, and you're going to insert your hook into this last stitch and make a slip stitch that way. So now our work is joined, and now let's continue. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go into this stitch, and also the same stitch on the other side, this one, and you're going to make a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go to the next. So the next one is this, so go to this joint, and also on the other side, and make a slip stitch that way. So this is how it looks like. So this is the wrong side. Now you're going to turn to our right side. So I'm just going to flip it this way because we want to work on the right side of your work. Okay, and now we are on the right side. So now let's begin on our sleeves. You're going to chain 1 and insert your hook into this space. So this is the first, the second, the third one. Insert your hook and make a slip stitch, and you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go to the next loop and make a double crochet, chain 2, go to the next row, this one, and make a double crochet, chain 2, go to the next, that way. So keep doing that, placing into these spaces until you get to the end of the row, and you're going to meet at this point. I'm almost at the end, so I'm going to place it into this last one. So the first, the second, the third. Make your double crochet, chain 2. You're going to join to this first loop with a slip stitch, insert your hook into the same loop and make another slip stitch that way, and you're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, yarn over and go to the next loop and make a double crochet, chain 2. So this chain 4 that you are making acts as a double crochet and a chain. Okay, now I'm going to continue that way. Now you're going to continue this way until the end of the row, and you're going to meet at the end. I'm at the end of the row, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch, go into the same stitch and make another slip stitch and chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to repeat what we did on this second row up to the fourth row. So this is the first, the second, go to the third and the fourth, so you're going to meet at that point. I'm done with my 4 rows, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let's go to the 5th row where you're going to do an increase. So I'm just going to add a slip stitch here and chain my 4 chains, and you're going to continue the same way, and you're going to meet at the end of the row. You're going to do an increase at the end of this 5th row. I'm almost at the end of this 5th row. So now I'm supposed to chain 2 and join my row, but I'm not going to join it right away. I'm going to add 1 more double crochet to this last loop, so that will make an increase. Okay, now I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to join my row. So this is an increase. So the next row you're just going to repeat what we did on these first 4 rows, and you're going to do that for the next 4 rows. Then on the 10th row you're going to do another increase, then continue, repeat the same thing on the 15th row, do another increase. So you're going to do increases on row 5, row 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, just repeat the same thing, and you're going to meet after you've made the size that you want for your sleeve. Okay, I'm done with my first sleeve, and this is how it looks like. As you can see, the stitches on this side is not the same to this part because we did the increases on every 5th row. So let's measure this and see. First of all, let me measure the width at the beginning of our sleeve. It measures almost 7 inches, but when I was done it went to 9 inches. Okay, now let's measure the sleeve and see. I made 37 rows in total, so you're going to measure it flat, don't stretch it, and it measures 21 inches. So you're going to continue with yours if you want a longer sleeve, or do less rows if you want a shorter sleeve. Okay, so you're just going to repeat exactly what we did here on this other side. Okay, so just go ahead and continue with this yarn, and you're going to join to this part, then you do your rows, and you're going to meet after you are done with both sleeves. I'm done working on both my sleeves, and this is how it looks like. So this is the first sleeve, and this is the second one. It looks exactly the same. Now let's go to the next step. Now let's go ahead and introduce the white color. So we're going to begin by doing the edges down here, then we'll come to this part. So you're going to start by making 50 chains. So make your knot and chain 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 48, 49, 50. So we're going to work on the right side of our work. So I'm going to start from here. So just continue, yarn over and go into the first loop here, our very first row, and make a double crochet. So you're going to add 1 more double crochet into that space, go to the next loop and make 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. Go to the next one, make 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, that way. So you're going to continue with the 3 double crochets in each chain 2 space all the way up to this point, then you're going to meet at that point. I've gotten to the end, and this is how it looks like. Now you're going to make 50 chains. I've just placed 2 double crochets into this last chain 2 space. Now I'm going to make 50 chains so that it looks like this side. So go ahead and make your 50 chains. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm done making my 50 chains. Now let's go ahead and make the double crochets on the chains, and we'll continue to this edging, go to the neck and back and into these other chains. So we're going to add 2 more chains that will act as the turning chains. So 1, 2, and place your 1 double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook, that way, and you're going to place 1 double crochet in each chain until you have 50 chains. That's when you'll get to this point. Then we'll continue from there. I'm done with my 50 double crochets. Now you're going to work on this part. Okay, so you're going to start with the first double crochet here, the white double crochet. You're going to place 2 double crochets there. So 1 and 2, and turn your work this way. And now you're going to go into the first loop here, and you're going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Go to the next one, this, and place 3 double crochets. 2 and 3. Go to the next one with your 3 double crochets as well. 1, 2 and 3, that way. So you're going to keep placing 3 double crochets in each space up to the neckline here, and you're going to continue with the 3 double crochets in each chain 2 space. When you get to this end, just repeat the same thing as this side, and you're going to continue up to the chains, placing 1 double crochet in each chain up to the end, and you're going to meet after you're done. I've gotten to the end, so I'm just going to chain 1 and cut. Now we are done with lining our front part. Now let's go ahead to the end of the sleeves. So you're going to line this part and the other sleeve as well. So let's do it. You're going to insert your hook into any chain 2 space, and you're going to pick your white color, attach, and you're going to chain 3. Okay, add 2 double crochets into that same chain 2 space. 1 and 2. So that will be 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and this chain 3 acts as a double crochet. Now go to the next chain 2 space and place 3 double crochets. 2, 3. Go to the next one with the 3 double crochets. So you will keep placing 3 double crochets in each chain 2 space until the end of the row, that way. And remember, you are working on the right side of your work. And you're going to make a slip stitch to the first double crochet stitch, that way. Chain 1 and cut, that way. And this is how it should look like. So you're going to go ahead and do the same to this other sleeve. I'm done making both my sleeves, and this is how it looks like at this point. And we are done, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and if you're new here, please subscribe and click the notification bell, and hope to see you on my next video. Goodbye.